Good evening. I do hope I'm not bothering you. This is the worst time of the night. The sun is not quite gone down, but it's worse as ever before it goes down, I think. What do you think, darling?
I bloody hate it at this time of year, this time of day. It's too much.
It's too much. Anyway, I was going to send a message to young Trevor.
Oh no, don't do that. Don't involve Trevor in anything. No, don't, because every time he gets involved in our world, he ends up getting shit. And I don't want to be. I know he gets shit anyway, but I don't want to be responsible for him getting any shit or any other YouTubers. Why don't you tell everybody when you saw Sandra? Sandra is our resident ghost on this very boat. She died on the boat.
She did.
And I really hope we didn't own the boat when she died on it, because I never got to the bottom of exactly, and I never met her in real life.
Yeah.
But her boyfriend came home, and she was sitting on the sofa downstairs with bolt upright with her eyes wide open. And he'd been out drinking with a mate of ours who was on the boat behind, and he come running out. He said, "There's something the matter with Sandra." And our mate went in and he said, "Oh, she's died." And the police were on the boat for ages, weren't they?
3 days, he reckons.
Yeah, and I've seen her, both the kids have seen her, but what's most spectacular is Graham, who does not believe in ghosts whatsoever or anything fanciful. He's worse than my dad. You have seen her, haven't you?
Well, I was lying in bed and I heard footsteps coming down the stairs, and I was sort of semi-conscious, but I wasn't asleep, but I was trying to get to sleep. And I opened one eye, you know the way you do. And I saw the black shadow going past. And it went past the toilet, and then it went down into the bedroom and disappeared. And I was like that, and I thought, what the fuck's that?
Black shadow?
Yeah, it was just a shadow, silhouette.
Oh right, so you didn't see her hair colour?
No, it was a silhouette going past. And I thought, who the fuck's that? It's either Samantha or Fiona, one of the two. Anyway, I sat her up and I went, "What are you doing?"
Shh.
And there was nobody there. Turn the light on. No, honest to God, there was nobody there. And I did not deduce the fact that was Sandra. But I relayed it to Fiona, and she said, "Oh, but that was Sandra. You're seeing Sandra." Oh.
Well, me, Sam and Ben, we were up here because it was quite late at night, and our neighbour was shouting at somebody, and our neighbour's a really big growly bear. He's lovely, but when he gets angry, he gets really angry. So I don't know, he's a bit of a gangster, I suppose, isn't he? And so we were all watching and listening and going, "Oh, someone's made him angry." And that's when it was happening downstairs. But the first time I saw her, I used to work at the bowling centre, so I did the night shift. I didn't get home until about 1 o'clock in the morning, and I couldn't get to sleep, so I would have a vino. That's how I got into all the vinos. I'd have a vino, or sometimes literally 2, just to be able to get to sleep. And obviously I've always had insomnia, and you all know why. And I was sitting in the galley, and I thought it was my daughter. She looks just like my daughter used to look, because Sammy's naturally blonde, and so's Sandra, and Sandra's tiny, like Sammy. And this person walked down from here, down the steps into the saloon, and then went down into Graham's cabin, and I saw her in a dressing gown. I thought, oh, it's Sammy. What was she doing outside the boat? Because, I mean, she couldn't have been more than 12 or 13 years old then. So I looked in her cabin at the front, and she and Ben were asleep, and I thought, oh, bloody hell, we've got an intruder. Because I heard the footsteps, and she was solid. She wasn't see-through at all. She was in a flannel dressing gown, and she had blonde bob. So I went into Graham's bedroom, and I searched everywhere, and I couldn't find her. And we've seen this girl on the boat.
And we've heard footsteps on the back deck.
Oh, at
here.
night,
in the bedroom.
sometimes.
Loads of times.
You know, stomping about on the back deck.
I've come up with my weapon and gone looking round and thinking,
I know.
There's no fucker here.
I know, and yeah, I've seen her lots of times. I've seen her in daylight as well. I was in the galley once, and I looked up at where the TV is, and she was standing looking at the TV. The kids had just gone to school, and then she just faded away, see-through. And then we had no idea who she was, and then years later, this mate of ours, he said, "Oh, I know who that is. Yeah, she died on the boat." And I described her to him, and I only told him some things, and he told me some things, and it all fitted together. And I said, "Oh, that's amazing." We did hear her the other week, 2 weeks ago, wasn't it? She was stomping about on this back deck.
On the back deck, yeah. We were in the bedroom together.
Yeah,
Who's
yeah.
that?
We actually
Fox
came
that?
out and we went and looked down every
Yeah,
finger
yeah,
round all the
yeah,
boats
yeah,
because we
yeah.
were convinced
Nothing.
someone was all over the boat. And then I realised, I thought I was probably Sandra.
My daughter. My darling daughter.
I'm just a shadow because you can't focus it.
No, I
You have to
can't.
tap me and then you won't see.
I tried tapping you.
Yeah, there you go.
Anyway, might go to the bar in a minute and get some dinner.
Yeah, we're going to the bar, get some dinner. That sounds like a good idea, darling.
Only if you're sober enough, for God's sake.
Get water
Well,
from me.
We only live once, don't we? I mean, there's no point in...
You're not going to live very long if you keep going on like that. You nearly fell in the water the other night. Good job I had Ben.
Well, every living organism on this planet dies, so we have to enjoy ourselves while we're here. That's my theory in life.
Who are you talking to? Oh, right. Yeah, she
Oh.
was signalling something to me.
Was she?
Mm.
What was she signalling?
I don't know. Dad's a dickhead or something like that.
No, that's this.
Yeah, Dad's a dickhead. I can live with that.